What's going on, Jerome's? So one of the reasons why Minnesota Vikings fans are really upset about this season is that they assumed that this season is an all-in, one-and-done proposition, as my TV won't mute. Where the Vikings spent $344 million in contracts and salaries this season, and they look ahead at the 2026 cap number for the Vikings. They're $37 million underwater of the guesstimated cap for next year. So that's why people can't really see the forest through the trees that, hey, this is a multi-year plan with J.J. McCarthy. They have a true blue 3-year window before his 5th-year option to build a juggernaut team around him, and where he's progressed enough where the Vikings can make a run at the Super Bowl thing. All right, so it's not a one-shot all-in and done, because guess what? If it was a one-shot deal, they probably would have signed Rodgers, right? Or they would have brought back Darnold on the franchise tag at minimum. But again, plan for the future. 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and that's what the Vikings are doing right now. So that is the plan, and you could say it's cope when it's just reality. And again, looking at the 2026 cap, people see the $37 million underwater number where they're like, oh, we're the Saints, oh, we're the whatever. Nah, we're gonna be just fine, because that's right. Every little ting is going to be all right. You think that Kwesi and Rob Thug Life Brzezinski don't have a plan? So I'm just going to demonstrate the plan a little bit. So we got the over-the-cap 2026 Vikings salary cap calculator. There's 2026. There you go. So the Vikings projected to be $37 million underwater. We just want to go through a couple of moves that are very conservative, very likely. So let's dive on in. So the first one is going to be cuts. So which players will not be back in 2026? First off, TJ Hockenson. He's got a $21.3 million cap hit, a $15.4 million base salary. None of it is guaranteed. And the Vikings can save about $9 million by cutting him pre-June 1st. So that's an easy one. All of a sudden, you go from 37 down to 28. And then we're not even getting into restructures. We're just talking about like cut players right now. Hargrave. So I like Hargrave. He's been good in fits and starts, but he's got a $21.5 million cap hit, a $14.2 million base, a $4 million is guaranteed. So if it is a cut, the Vikings can save around $11 million. So all of a sudden you get down to 17. And then Jonathan Allen, 21.6. He's got $8 million guaranteed. Man, that was not a good contract. Although Allen has looked a lot better recently. So if you cut that, you are now down to 12. And also, what are some of the other moves here? We have this all planned out, and then I lost my notes. Also, Ryan Kelly. So unfortunately, concussions, they sort of are what they are. And Ryan Kelly has got a $12 million cap hit, $7.8 million base, 0 of a guaranteed. So the Vikings save $12 million by moving on there. So all of a sudden, just 4 players that probably won't be back outside of a pretty big contract pay cut. Kelly, Allen, Hargrave, and Hockenson. So those 4 off the books, you're almost almost cap compliant as it is. Then you look at the 3 of the largest remaining cap hits. So you have Brian O'Neill at 23.3. Well, Jefferson at 38.9. You got that balloon cap hit coming in from that contract extension, where Jefferson could be an extension candidate, but we'll put that aside. And O'Neill at 23, Grenard at 22.3. Now, Grenard does have multiple years left on his deal, and it seems like it could be a spot where it's kind of like a larger version of AVG, 1-year patchwork deal to try and freshen up this contract, because he is under contract for 2 more seasons, but we'll see. O'Neill is going to be age 31 and is under contract through 2026, so a couple year extension could lower that cap number as well. And then, of course, Jefferson's deal, where he's already underpaid. Right, so he was already underpaid once he signed that contract, best wide receiver in the game, but you definitely could freshen things up to lower that cap hit. He is under contract through 2028, so that could lean more towards a restructure as opposed to a new deal like Grenard and O'Neill. So to summarize, here's what we're going to do. Where? There it is. All right, so with Jefferson, we're just going to do a simple restructure. So his 2026 cap hit goes from 39 down to 20.8. Now, a simple restructure is take the base salary and cut it all the way down to the bone, league minimum for the player for that number of years, and then turn everything else into a prorated signing bonus. And you could prorate those hits over 5 years by using void years. And with Jefferson, he does have a $24.9 million base salary, so you could cut that down pretty good. All right. Then with O'Neal, we're going to give him a 2-year, $45 million extension with a $30 million guaranteed. That 22.5 is going to put him, in the top 6, 7 in terms of right tackle pay, which is still a hell of a deal because he's top 3 for me. Then a 2026 simple restructure of his remaining deal and takes that cap hit from $23 million down to $13.137. So his base salary of $18.9 million, take that all the way down, turn that into a prorated bonus, and then go from there. Then with Gennard, we're going to tack on a 1-year, $40 million extension. $20 million of that is a signing bonus, which gets prorated, and then a simple restructure of his 2026 base. So that goes to, where is it? That goes to from 18.39 down to, what was it, about 1.3 is the minimum for a veteran with 5+ years. Yeah. So basically, that goes from 22.3 down to 14.55. So essentially, the Vikings free up a lot more cap, and all of a sudden, oh, looky, here comes Suki. Those 3 moves that are likely to happen, all of a sudden, you go from just over the cap to 35 million in cap space, and there's more moves that can be done here. I mean, Aaron Jones, we'll see a couple other contracts could be simply restructured, or some players could potentially be extended. Blake Cashman would be a candidate for that, but just 7 moves, 7 moves that are very likely to happen conservatively this offseason, and all of a sudden the Vikings go from 37 million in the hole up to 35 million in cap. So again, there's no reason to really freak out about, well, if the Vikings don't get it done in 2025, 2026 is kaput. They're going to have to blow his team up. No. There's vision with this team, with leadership. Ownership is bought in. Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, this is the multi-year plan, right? You didn't have to catch lightning in a bottle for one season this year. This is, I know people mock the competitive rebuild, except this is what the Vikings could and should be, where, yes, Kwesi has to draft better. Yes, they have to get some more value out of some of these free agents. Yes, but the Vikings can take care of their own. They can still be shopping in free agency in March, and they can still build a damn good team around J.J. McCarthy as he's take these broken wings, as he's spreading his wings and learn to fly like a peacock, Captain. I got to fly. All right, so don't worry. Every little ting is going to be all right. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. The Vikings 2026 salary cap, it's going to be fine. Let us know, comment section, you guys, the best you know to do. Skol, production value.